Hello, Cancer, and welcome to my channel. I'm Adriana. I'm a transformational life coach and abundance consultant. Happy New Year! I've got an intuitive reading channel directly from my guides for you today. I also want to remind you to check out and reserve your special New Year's reading. These are really amazing readings that just set you up right for the whole year. You can find out more, link in the description. I want to save this cute little sweet card for later. This is the meerkat, which talks about responsibility. Let's save him for a second. First card, we've got the Magician. Open possibilities. And there is so much like cardinal initiating energy with this card, and coming into this reading at this time. You may or may not be watching this reading when it was released, but it was released on January 1st, 1/1. This is card number 1, and it is the first card of your reading. So it's like brand new start, brand new beginning. And when there's a brand new start and a brand new beginning, the possibilities are endless. The dreams, the capacity to dream big are endless. If you're a tennis player, you know, every point is like new ball, start over. We don't remember what happened in the previous point. We just start over. And that concept works really well for you here, because the message of this Magician is you've already done the dreaming. You've already done your dreaming, Cancer. Now it's time to start implementing it and really hone in on the essence of what you're desiring. For some, this may be tangible, practical things that you want to see. For others, this might be feelings that you want to feel, and so you're going to be attracting circumstances that help you unfold into that. But this is about really understanding the essence of your desires so that you can understand your intention. And when you understand your intention, you have a lot of power, because really your intention tells you how this thing is going to work out or not. All right, I want to back up and get back into the energy of this card and into this other energy here. This is beneficial energy, 5 of Cups, and Princess of Swords is the challenging energy. And ooh, look how much they're facing off. Even, I'm going to ignore him for a second, even the colors, look at that. He's got this purple and she's got purple, and he's saying go this way and she's saying no. This is really interesting. Let's stay in this for a second. Your mind will probably be resistant a lot. And actually, for someone, this is coming through as actually a person in your life right now who may think of themselves as a realist, but their function for you right now seems to be like a naysayer. Like, no, you can't do that, or that won't work, or this isn't practical, or there's no way this can happen. It's somebody who doubts your dreams and who doubts the direction you want to go. And it's important not to listen to that voice at this particular time, whether that voice comes from within you or whether that voice is someone in your environment. The person doesn't necessarily have bad intention. They just haven't walked in your shoes, and they don't really understand why you desire what you're desiring. Now my 5 of Cups here, my guides are giving me a really interesting message. They're saying clean the slate with this 5 of Cups. Okay, yeah, I can see why this would be a little bit of a consternation. Part of this slate is going to involve some relationships. If these are relationships that do not support your dreams and the way you want to go, these relationships need to be released. Okay, your involvement in them either needs to lessen or completely go away. All right. really fascinating. We've got a cup on the Magician's card, and we've got 2 cups on the 5 of Cups card. So those cups are upright and full versus these are on the ground and spilled. So this leads to that. This dream in the present leads to these in the future. In this card, these 2 cups behind the figure represent the future. Relationships that are either still intact or are going to be coming in the future. So even though you're letting go of some, either you've got some already in the pipeline, or because you've released, there's now space for the rest to come in. So you already know from what you desire that you're going to be attracting more, and this is a big confirmation for you. In fact, if you are someone who is desiring partnership, this is a big confirmation, going from 1 cup, the Magician, and then we have 2. But in order to reach that, whatever your goal is, I want to use the word sacrifice. There is going to have to be a sacrifice, letting go of some of these relationships that just don't match where you're headed. And now I want to bring our friend back in, the meerkat. And look how lovely he goes, that purple and blue. It's like the same sky. So this is somewhere in England, the Druidic times, and this is in the African savannah, where meerkats are often seen wielding paintbrushes. But the 2 cards are talking to each other, and this is really important because this card is about taking responsibility for your gifts, but really for yourself. So are you taking responsibility? Are you blaming other people? Is it other people's fault that you can't achieve your dream because they might not approve? Is it other people's fault that you can't get your dream because they seem to be standing in the way of it? Or do you understand that, wait a second, I'm responsible for my dreams. I'm responsible for me achieving them or not. So this card is challenging you because really at the end of the day here, Cancer, the only one who's standing in the way of you achieving your dream is you. It looks like it's these other people, but it's your attachment to what they think or what they expect from you. That's really the hang up. Okay, my guides are saying to give you one more animal card. So let's do that. I'm just going to do another. Oh, interesting. Okay, honeybee, reciprocity, equal give and take, and good communication. So hang on a second. They're saying hive mentality, or like the behavior of a swarm. Collective mind, that's kind of what's coming through. So keep asking where they're going with this. Because it's like not one bee controls the hive, the queen bee kind of does, but the bees kind of know what they're doing, but almost as a collective single bee. Like one bird can build a nest, but all the bees work together to make that one hive work essentially and function. So what are you saying here? That even though might be multifaceted parts, and you might say to me, Adriana, my situation is very complicated. There's a lot of people involved. There's a lot of things involved. I can't just drop everything and go after my dreams. What this is saying is that if someone in the hive, or if something in the hive decides that there needs to be a shift, all of the other bees kind of pick up on it. I'm not an expert on bees, but I do know that they communicate. They communicate about flowers. They do dances for each other to show where the good flowers are. They communicate danger. And they also communicate when it's time to leave and find somewhere else to live. And we don't really know, or maybe I just don't know, if it's one bee doing the talking or if it's just kind of a general consensus. So even though you're part of a community, you're part of a family, you're part of a situation of life, there can still be shifts and changes within there. And really, one bee just has to come in speaking differently. One bee has to come in saying, hey, look, there's an amazing field of flowers over there. let's reroute to over there because what's over here is done. It takes one bee coming in with different information for all of the bees to go, ooh, let's go over there. Okay, so you don't need everyone else to change. You just need one person to change, and you're in control of that one person changing, Cancer. Okay, that was an interesting little adventure. Thanks so much for joining me, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Again, I encourage you to check into these New Year's readings. They are really fabulous. I've done them for a few people already, and the readings have been so helpful and just so rich and lovely. You can find out more soulguidancewithadriana.com or look at the link in the description below, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time.